Okay, so this video should be interesting. People are gonna rip my head off for this video. Rip it right off. However, I'm 100% right. Two things that happened. By the way, there's a link below to a Petapixel article talking about a disappointing, quote-unquote, workshop. I had a live stream like a week and a half ago, roughly, and people asked me about the Annie Leibovitz photography workshop. I think it's like $90, and it's being advertised everywhere on YouTube. And I told people, I said, it'd be horrible. It'll just be horrible. Don't even think about buying that. And also, a buddy of mine who's, you know, just a supreme photographer, I know he got mad at me because he asked me about the Annie Leibovitz stuff that everybody's seeing on YouTube. I said, it's just be a horrible workshop. She can't teach anybody anything. Now, I know Annie Leibovitz, before you rip my head off, is more famous than sliced bread. She's like taking a picture of every super famous person that ever exists, and her name is just like walking gold. You know, they're just, you know, she's sitting right at the pinnacle peak of some really tall mountain somewhere. My point is that with this Petapixel article, please read the damn Petapixel article in the link below. And it was put out 2 days ago. But I said all this stuff over a week ago, and everybody ripped my head off. But I was 100% right. 100% right. I said this course will be absolutely useless if you buy it. It's just a joke. She can't teach photography. Well, this is what you don't get and that I get. Well, you may not. You may get it, but the people that ripped my head off a week and a half ago, including a person that I know that I have deep respect and love for, is that, well, actually, I don't like her photography at all. I mean, other than taking pictures of really famous people and, you know, like some of the most iconic images of, like, naked Yoko Ono with, what's-his-face, the Beatles guy that's dead. I don't follow music. You know the photograph I'm talking about. Other than that, I mean, her photography is not my style, which is irrelevant, but she can't teach you anything about photography. If you read the Petapixel article, it also says the same thing. The people that actually bought this course were really disappointed, okay? And I knew why they'd be disappointed ahead of time, and I told people this a week and a half ago. She can't teach you anything about photography. In her own words, she's not a technical photographer. She says this outright. The second point is what makes her famous. Of course, now it's a self-revolving entity where everybody will just do anything for her. Is that she has a unique personality and a charisma that cannot be taught, and you cannot catch it like catching a cold or the flu. It can't. You know, there are certain people that are strangers, and I told this in a live stream about a week and a half ago, where, you know, like a nurse, for example. You know, you never met the nurse before, but she can come in and within 5 seconds tell you to, you know, lift your gown up so she could stick a thermometer in your butt or something. You know, a total stranger could get you to do all sorts of really disarming things. You know, there are very few people, and there are people like that, and you know exactly who I'm talking about, and there are not many of them, where you just met them, and 10 seconds later they could have you doing something that even your own wife or sister or brother couldn't ever have you do. There are people that can't be taught. By her own admission, she's not a technical photographer at all, which isn't not important to me. She's making a ton of money. She's as famous as sliced bread. But people didn't get, you know, so how could you say that this workshop she'd be teaching is so horrible? And I said, you really don't get it. Let me bring up the article here, Petapixel. I'd love you to see it, and just read the comments below too. Just read the comments. I think it's under news. No, it's under equipment, possibly. I should have had this pulled up ahead of time, right? I think it's under tutorials, which is where it should be, right? No. Anyway, I have the link for it below. I don't know if they removed it or not. Did they actually remove it? Let me see. Annie Leibovitz on Petapixel. It's like, this is not the stuff that I should be doing, right? Petapixel. The disappointment, there we go. This was put up December the 20th. Her master class is, this is not a comment on her. And she seems like the nicest, most gentle woman on earth. I'm not attacking this chick at all. I've never met her, by the way. I'm actually not attacking her at all. My point is that she can't teach you what she's really good at. I mean, that is like taking a master class from a contortionist. You know, one of those really skinny people that have double joints that can, like, fold their body up like a piece of origami and fit into a box. You can't teach that to anybody. That is unique to that individual. It is a characteristic and an attribute that exists within that one person. And what she has is exactly like that. She says outright that she can't teach you any technical aspects of photography. Okay, I know back in the day when I'd meet some of the hardcore, super famous professional photographers at photography school, you know, they've maybe owned 4 or 5 lenses in their life. They're really good at what they do, and they're famous for what they do, and they don't need to know all that technical crap. And that's understandable, you know? Hey, if you're making money, you're famous, and, you know, who gives a damn? What the hell else you need to do, right? So she can't teach you that, but she also can't give you what the hell it is she's got. You know, before you go ripping my head off, my point was a week and a half ago, and I've been vindicated by this. People taking this course, I told people on live stream, there are 200 people that were witnesses to me saying, I said, no, it'd be a horrible, how could it be a horrible course? She's so famous. Everybody just loves her photography. Oh, good. She still can't teach you anything. And the reason I said that is because I know exactly what she has and that she can't give it to you. Her charisma, that ability to totally disarm a complete stranger, whether it's a famous person or not, it's like, you know, I like you to take your shirt off, lay in the tub there, yeah, with a rubber ducky. You know, she does that. She has people do that. And people look at her photographs, and they're not technically, they're not in any way technically exquisite. I mean, they're not. It's like, wow, what an amazing photograph. Yeah, that's right. She got really intimate. She got a famous person that is basically never photographed at all, and she got them to, like, get naked and lay in the tub and, I don't know, do something, you know, it's impossible. But, you know, a stranger had someone do that. Yeah, she just, you see, if you see her talk, you understand why people do this. She's like a nurse, you know, who can get you to, you know, lift your stuff up and stick a thermometer in one of your orifices or something. A complete and total stranger. She can't teach that to you. That is something that you have to, you either have it or you don't have it. I mean, you can grow into that, but, you know, I'm 100% vindicated on what I said. I had all these people attacking me 2 weeks ago when I said, you know, that master course from her would just be horrible. It'll be horrible. I know she's so very famous, and I'm not attacking her at all, for crying out loud. Hello? Before you rip my head off. But I was right. All these people, the really good thing is the comments below on this Petapixel article. The comments are brilliant. And they're accurate. That's why someone said that this master class was a disappointment, for the very reasons that I said so. All those people that were ripping on me like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, there it is. It's exactly what I told you. You know, I can be the most horrible person in the world, but you know, you could think of me whatever you want, but I was right on this, okay? I'm right on a lot of stuff, too. You know, I'd be fat, bald, and ugly and tattooed, but stupid I am not, girlfriend. She's got a magical gift, you know, and can't be taught. That's why taking the course from her, and it's not really a course if you actually read the article, isn't going to do you any damn good. Because she got something, and that's good for her, too. I mean, if it was that easily teachable, then, you know, her career would be, well, not really in jeopardy. She is a name. Did I make myself clear? I was totally right on that workshop. No, it's not a workshop. It's a course. Yeah, the master class. Whatever, I don't care what they call it, a master class or a course or a workshop. But I was right, boys and girls. I was not only right, I was 100% right. Is this a video about me tooting my horn? No. Well, it kind of is, but it's the reason of what I told people, the 200 people that were watching me and ripping my head off 2 weeks ago. Oh no, who the hell are you? She's super famous. She's awesome. She's like, if God were a photographer, it would be her. My point is, she can't teach you nothing. She admits she's not a technical photographer, and the skills that she does have, she cannot teach you because it's not something that can be taught. She has that charisma. It's like, yeah, take your clothes off, lay naked, Yeah, there we go. Am I wrong? I'm not wrong. Because there's a lot of people here that are disappointed that they bought this master class. Final verdict, 2.5 stars out of 5. I'd probably give it like a star and a half. Whatever floats your boat. I don't care what you spend your money on. People asked me and I told them. At the time, yeah, people ripped my head off. Well, turns out I wasn't very wrong, was I? I was 100% correct. 100% correct. Thank you so much for watching and happy holidays.